DrLupo is a kind of multi-faceted guy who'll kick your butt in Fortnite while raising tons of money for a children's hospital. And while he's considered by many to be a beacon of positivity in a sometimes cynical internet culture, he's also experienced a share of tragedy. Benjamin DrLupo is one of the more recognizable gamers in the streaming industry, having entered the field a decade ago. Though currently signed exclusively to YouTube, DrLupo first experienced a meteoric rise in popularity as a Twitch streamer, primarily playing high-energy online shooter titles like Destiny and Fortnite, with pals like Ninja and Myth. He has also been recognized as an undeniable force for good in the industry, raising millions of dollars for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital in the past few years alone.
I raised $356,000 in 4 hours.
Lupo said that's $1,400 a minute.
However, despite his good intentions and fun attitude during streams, DrLupo's path has not always been an easy one. The streamer has been knocked down a few times, either through personal tragedy or the unkind actions of others. Thankfully, he's always had the love and support of the gaming community and his family to raise his spirits. DrLupo is typically a private individual, but he's occasionally shared some of the more difficult moments from his career and personal life with his viewers.
We all have different stories to tell.
Many streamers and esports pros have expressed their wish that their parents were more understanding when it came to their chosen profession. In DrLupo's case, his inquisitive nature and interest in technology and a great deal of support came largely from his father, Dr. James Victor Lupo. The elder DrLupo taught psychology courses at Creighton University for more than 4 decades, passing on his knowledge to countless students. On March 27, 2018, DrLupo informed his followers on Twitter that his father had suffered a fatal heart attack. The streamer thanked his father for the influence it had on his life, tweeting, "He was proud of me, what I had accomplished, how motivated I was, how positive I stayed even when others tried to deter me, and I was those things because of him." The message was met with an outpouring of support from fans and colleagues, with people offering their condolences and well wishes. In an interview with Red Bull published later that year, DrLupo said that he was grateful for the decision to adopt his online handle, which started as a joking reference to his father. "I like to think of DrLupo as a memorial to my dad. He's not here anymore and it breaks my heart, but at least I get to hear him every day and get reminded of the huge impact he had on my life." DrLupo typically maintains a pretty positive vibe when streaming, but sometimes the negativity of others can really get to him. Some people can't help but be backseat gamers, even when watching a pro at work. During a particularly frustrated Twitch stream in 2020, DrLupo explained to some uppity viewers why he sometimes tries to tune out his channel's chat log. He explained that he got particularly into playing Escape from Tarkov due to the fact that the game's intensity made it more difficult for him to pause and look at chat. The problem with this chat, DrLupo explained, is that people were constantly telling him he was playing incorrectly, no matter if he was playing Escape from Tarkov or Destiny 2. He lamented the feeling that his audience consistently nitpicked, quote, every facet of everything that he did at this point, in whatever game he was in.
And it's people telling me I'm and stuff, and then it's just like, dude,
Even when playing games he loves, DrLupo has clearly found his enjoyment diminished by the behavior of his subscribers. He is hoping that DrLupo's much publicized move to YouTube has brought him to a more relaxed set of viewers. Despite his frustration with trolls in his chat, DrLupo is usually pretty good about brushing those comments off and continuing with his broadcast unabated. It's a much different story, however, when he receives negative feedback from someone who put a lot of thought into their criticisms. In a Twitter thread from 2018, DrLupo explained that he sometimes gets in his own head when people say negative things about him. He admitted, "I'm pretty sensitive, and I oftentimes take things to heart when well-spoken people state negative opinions about me or my channel." He added, quote, "Maybe I wasn't meant for popularity. I don't know. I understand fully why people get burnt out." Of course, DrLupo has continued streaming for 5 years since this thread without burning out, but it's clear that this was something he needed to get off his chest. Even the most confident and talented streamers can sometimes feel burdened by criticism.